Where's the Queens of Spirit down for this?
Welcome to the greatest podcast at the Caxton Hotel. I'm your host, Sauce, and this is my boy,
Berkey.
Attaboy, and
Co-host.
Co-host. What did I say?
Host.
Yeah.
But if you want to, I'm sitting in the guest spot. So if you want to treat me like a guest today, mate, I'm happy to be your guest.
Okay, I could do that.
We can work with that.
I just want to first and foremost say to everyone out there listening, watching, viewing, I hope you're having a fucking great week, great start to your week, and I assure you it's probably better than Paul Kent's because the amount of head noise that motherfucker would be going through right now probably deserves it.
Did he make, not only, he's probably one of the first people I've seen, and this is a credit to him, that's made love to the bottom of a tree trunk and a gutter at the same time.
I was about to say, he's about to pick up a sponsorship for Greenpeace the way he got wrapped around that fucking tree stump.
The best thing that I love about Kenty is he had a watch like mine, his shareholders.
$10 worth.
And he's had the audacity to tell his mate, hey mate, hold my watch, I'm about to fold this prick. And in return, not only has Kenty got folded, but he's fucking flipped upside down. He doesn't know where he is. And Kenty, welcome to the life of seek.com.au, brother, because you are well and truly searching for a new job. And BA, Braith and Nasta, if you need a new co-host, ring-a-ding-ding, Pumpers the king.
I think you've got Gordy to contend with. Gordy will be back in the PK seat.
Yeah, he'll be in PK seat. So it'll be interesting to see who they then get to fill that void.
I mean, who are you? Like, what are you wearing for starters, Kenty? You're 54. You're 54 dressing like a fucking 30-year-old, 30-year-old bloke in your Converses. Like, grow up.
Grow up. And also, you've just come off fucking sex allegation?
He allegedly hit his missus or something.
Yeah. Did something.
Allegedly also a wanker.
Yeah. And actually, do you know what? And this is uncharted territory for OFD. We're going to kickstart the potty with congratulating Kenty with Knob of the Week. And there's a reason that he's a Knob of the Week, because not only does he have the audacity to feed every NRL player when he does something wrong, but he's just a total fucking douchebag.
No, he is. He is.
Like,
and I was talking about it to someone and they said, what does he fucking know about rugby league? Like, seriously.
I think he played a couple
congratulations.
games.
Like, what do we know about rugby league?
That's right.
But, the arrogance of the bloke to, think he knows everything and there's no other opinion other than his that's correct. Fuck up. Shut the fuck up, mate.
Let's actually, and we're doing this for you, Kenty. Let's think about what suitable jobs PK could do. I'm thinking I can see him sitting in a council bin truck picking up bins.
I could see him chopping down trees.
Yeah, he looks like a bit of a tree lover. He was making love to the tree upside down, which is unique.
He could do something with bitumen.
He could do something with...
how they do that roadworks at night. And
he's got a head for a bricklayer.
Yeah, he's not got a head for TV, I'll tell you that. No.
He could be a concreter. I did see, and it was a new job to me, is those... the steel guys that, they wrap steel around and then they pour the concrete in.
Yeah, he certainly can't fight, but...
No, he can't fight. And it's funny because every time there's a boxing fight on Main Event, he seems to be the expert.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he loves his boxing, but...
his boxing.
Funnily enough, can't fight. And also probably couldn't really play footy either.
No, couldn't play footy, couldn't box. Yeah. It was an interesting manoeuvre, what he tried to do.
Not sure what he was going for. It didn't work out for him. No,
it was interesting. And if he wouldn't mind calling in and explaining himself, because he's got plenty of free time on his hands.
going for a punch? Because he seemed to grab him.
Yeah, was
Like he went for a tackle or like, a bit of a takedown, but
He was like he
You know,
wanted
why'd
to
you-
be a koala bear.
why'd you take your watch off?
Yeah, why did you take your watch off? Well, I know why I took your watch off, because it would have got scratched on the bitumen.
It would have got pumped into the tree.
Probably the
Yeah.
smartest thing he did, and I'm actually not sure. I'll need to watch it back in slow-mo if he did in fact take his watch off.
Yeah, who did he give it to?
Who did? Well, he gave it to
Did he
the
give it to
bloke
his-
in the grey shirt.
Yeah, see, if that guy's his mate, that was weird because he'd be half his age, it looked like.
What pub was that?
It was at a restaurant, I think, outside in Sydney somewhere.
Oh, so not
wasn't
only
yeah.
was it that he got folded after dinner.
After dinner. He was obviously off his head.
Fuck, I wonder what that fat fuck would have eaten too.
Yeah.
Let's talk
I
about
wonder if
what...
Buzz was there.
Yeah, no, mate, I reckon Buzz had a better chance of folding Kenty than Kenty had a chance of folding himself.
Wouldn't that be good if Kenty got in the ring with
Imagine
someone?
if Buzz folded Kenty.
I wonder if Clutzy'd have a crack at Kenty.
I don't know if Klutzy's
Yeah.
got the ticket to have a go at him.
I mean, shout out to the boys for getting in the ring.
But I
At
heard
the
they got...
podcast
Yeah, what
royale.
happened? They double
Well,
L?
I think Clutzy,
Let's not go
the
into
footage of that, Clutzy, big man, the big man.
He had the Jeep shorts on, but the big fella, and he was loving himself. silly.
Darcy got knocked out in the first minute, I think.
Did
Love
he?
you, Das.
Did he?
Yeah. We got Das didn't want to do the fight, I don't think,
Right.
and asked me to fight the guy that Darcy was supposed
And
to.
how would have you gone?
Well, we had, at the time when he asked me, I was thinking, didn't really know the date. Or I did know the date, but there was a footy and shit going on, and I was like, I just made an excuse not to do it, I think. But
Yeah,
having
right.
said that and the hype and all the lead up to it, I fucking wish I did. And they got paid well too.
You know what?
You know?
Kenty was like a dyslexic panda.
Going back to Kenty.
Yeah. He was like a dyslexic panda trying to crawl up a tree. He just couldn't do it, so he didn't
Well, he
know
was
what
upside.
he
He
was
was
doing.
upside down.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, he actually had absolutely no idea. But what a start to the long weekend it was. Actually, it was actually the end of what was a long, long weekend.
Yeah. So if you could even have taken the Monday off and just created a.
But some of us,
You know?
most of us took Friday off, myself included.
I mean, us hard workers work the entire weekend and
did.
stuff. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah,
Pubs are
someone
open.
does. That's right.
Beer's got to be poured, drank.
I had the privilege of, I had back-to-back nights at the Creek, and then was here on Friday night. And, never have I ever witnessed the march of the Brisbane Roar fans, and never have I never witnessed that again, because...
Never will you.
Mate, you would have thought it was Earth Hour with those pricks walking down the Caxton. You had no idea that the game was even on.
They lost in a thrill at 4-3.
Did they?
Yeah, to Adelaide.
I got to say, it's funny
Season
how
over.
quiet
Season
the
over.
Caco is when the Raw are playing.
It's not funny.
Well, not for you. It's not funny.
It's expected.
It's
to be
embarrassing.
expected. It's to be expected.
Like, you guys were letting people park in the car park that you're expecting it to be that quiet.
Well, we know that it's not going to be busy because they only get like 5,000 people.
I would be so scared if cars were parked in the car park for a Bronx home game.
It'll never happen.
Couldn't.
Never ever couldn't.
No, you couldn't do that. Like, there's no way I'd have my Black Mamba parked in the car park for a Bronx home game.
One day,
They'd pick that thing up.
someone left their car in there on one of those game days from the night
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
And we'd called the tow truck people and they couldn't get out or something. For whatever reason.
Mm.
And packed car park and all these people are using, like, it's a sort of similar looking Black Mamba to yours.
Yeah.
And people are just using it as a bar to put their drinks on it and pouring drinks all over it and shit. It was kind of funny.
Fuck.
I mean, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Leave your car there. Fucking,
Oh,
you know what's
fucking
going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're a brave soul.
Yeah.
But look, let's get into it. Big weekend of sport. Anzac Day, it always brings out the best.
2 up.
2 up. Yep, there was a fair bit of 2 up going on. I didn't get to dabble in 2 up, unfortunately. And for all those punters out there, they're probably lucky.
It's a ripper game.
It is a ripper game.
Are you a 2 coin guy or a 3 coin guy? Because I've got something to say about this.
Look, no comment, just purely because I have no idea.
Yeah. So you got to, for 2 up, you've got to hit, if you're throwing it, if you're in the middle of the ring, you want to hit heads. You want to
Right.
hit 3 heads in a row, basically,
Okay.
and you get the money. A lot of the time, people put a third coin on there, so there's always a result. So there's always
Right.
going to be 2 heads or 2 tails, not one
Gotcha.
head, one tail. And we did it with 2 coins. And actually, shout out to Klutz and Das, who did do the emceeing and hosted it. They did a fucking fantastic job. Shame
There
they
you
couldn't
go.
perform on Saturday or Friday, whenever the fuck they were fighting.
Shit, you're after 'em
Oh, man, I
tonight,
saw the
huh?
footage and I
Yeah.
thought, fuck me, you trained for that long and that's what you's dished out.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ. We might do a boxing match here, us 2 versus them. You can take on Klutzy, mate.
Yeah.
I'll,
Well, I am a heavyweight
Yeah.
after all, so happy to take the big fella on.
Anyway, people are whinging and going, well, get a third coin. And I said, mate, it's called fucking 2 up, not 3 up. And they go, yeah, good point. Like, it's
Was it a full house on Anzac Day, big fella?
it was pretty good. Yeah, it was probably
Yeah.
one of our biggest Anzac Day events we've had.
Truly.
Yeah, I want to open the car park for it next year.
Yeah,
Do it
I
out
was
there.
going to say, to
Yeah.
me, that screams, you want to be outside on Anzac Day, and I feel like that's a no-brainer.
You want some umbrellas, telly on,
Yeah,
footy
telly on, footy
some
on.
music, have a DJ play,
Wasn't
G
it?
it up.
Yeah, wouldn't mind a bit of whoop, whoop,
Yeah,
whoop. Yeah, get
Nah,
a bit of music.
I think we'll do it next year.
Get a bit of that going. I tell you what, it was a mixed bag on Anzac Day with results.
Yeah.
The Titty Titans.
Oh, mate.
My lovable side down the M1, and I'm rooting for them to come last. And I tell you what, if you got a perfect round in tipping,
You're doing well.
bravo, because anyone that played their joker round last week would have been absolutely livid when they saw the Titties get up.
Yeah. First one.
First one.
Yeah.
And, you know, shout out to the Titties because it's good to see him get off the mark. Desi Hasler, congratulations.
I'm more confident you're going to be skydiving and not me.
Well, I tell you what, you're looking all. It's going to be a cracking race.
The
between
Rabbitohs are
me
going
and
to come
you.
last.
I just don't know how they.
Did
do
you
it.
hear Latrell?
Is he not playing Origin?
He's put out the statement like he was ever going to get picked anyway, saying that he is not going to put himself out there to be put up for selection so he can focus on the Rabbitohs season.
Well, there you go.
Mate, I'd be throwing in the towel for the Rabbitohs and be focusing on Origin. You probably weren't going to be picked anyway, bruh.
I'm actually all for that because nothing's going to make me happier than seeing the big fella jump out of a plane.
The Rabbitohs are dead set coming last. The Titans have ticker. The Titans have a bit of heart.
They don't. But anyway, the Titties got up. I tell you what, there was an absolute spanking at Allianz between the Dragons and the Chookies.
Yeah.
Good old fashion ass whooping.
Same as the Raiders too.
Yeah, and the Storm. Well, the Storm just dished up what they do best.
Storm just put on a clinic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
against your favourite Rabbitohs. But I tell you what, the game, and this has got to be shareholders. If this isn't bucket list, well, throw it on there. Anzac Day at the G, 90-odd thousand in the house, Pies, Bombers. You get a draw. I mean, it had it all. You had Jamie Elliott that took what I'm describing as mark of the decade. That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
2 knees on top of him like he was face fucking the bloke from behind and then catches it at full extension. I mean, I think it was Mackay actually who was on the receiving end of that. Jamie Elliott, I tell you what, he's a big time player and we love big time players on this potty.
Are the Lions fucked?
They're not looking too good.
They're not, are they?
And GWS, who's my team to beat, gave them a good old
Gave 'em a
fashioned
hiding.
Gave them a
Yeah.
hiding. They're just not the side that we're used to. The pride of Brisbane's in disarray. One side that didn't let Brisbane down, and it just seems to be constant in this world is our Brisbane Broncos.
Never in doubt against the Tigers, my team.
Never in doubt against the Tigers. A
I-
good crowd at Campbelltown.
Yeah, sell out.
Sell out.
A lot of Broncos fans too
Lot
down there.
of
Did you see
Broncos
that?
fans.
Yeah, when Renault went off, he got cramps. He was walking around and everyone was just cheering him. And you look in the crowd, and they're all wearing Broncos jerseys.
And this
So,
is why we love
know,
this side.
It's a 50,000 plus strong membership base.
It is a strong membership
You know.
base, and it's the biggest membership base in NRL history.
Yeah.
You're going to get that. I've got an issue, okay, and I want this to be passed up to the higher on. I have no idea why we need to keep playing Adam Reynolds and a couple other players. If they're anywhere niggly,
leave them.
leave them.
We've got the cattle.
We've got the cattle,
Yeah.
Kevy.
Yeah.
We're playing the West Tigers. Let's not have a moment where
But
we go, why the fuck did we play
He
them?
played real well from what
I
he,
get it.
some of his kicks and
Jock Madden
just-
had the best game
Yeah.
of his time at the
He's
Brisbane
quick.
Broncos. Yeah.
he's really quick.
Some
Like,
razzle-dazzle footy
Yeah.
from the boys from Red
I mean,
Hill.
if Ezra's out, who do you put in with Jock
Well,
if you're not playing Adam then? You know? Tristan?
I wouldn't mind you either do. This is where you experiment. This is an opportunity for
They-
Kevy to experiment.
They got another fella that they rate. He's a good goal kicker too. I think Josh something.
Yeah, he played it. He played a couple games. He plays
Yeah.
for the Seagulls. Yeah. He can slot right in. But
Yeah.
let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's be calm. We talk about game management and how we want players to make sure we're healthy. Let's not rush these boys back, Kevy.
Yeah.
Like,
Reece needs to sort out his cramps.
yeah, there was a few going down, wasn't there?
Someone was saying that he was on the piss the night before or something. Like some journo said that.
Shut up. It was probably
because he was
Kenty.
vomiting and stuff, and like
I
probably
did-
Kenty. Yeah, trying to deflect.
He would have been. I saw him.
Deflect.
I saw him have a vomit.
Yeah,
I tell you who I'm loving this year.
need some pickle juice.
He needed some pickle juice. Is Katoni Stacks.
Mm.
Like,
His defense is insane.
oh, Piakora folded this poor bastard in half. What about the moron when Reece Walsh, or Oatsy, sorry, caught the ball in the in goal and then just tackled him?
Faino.
Like, fair dinkum.
He doesn't know the rules.
Here at
He
West Tigers, mate.
You got to learn. You got to learn the game.
Fraser McWright talked about how when you get suspended, you've got to do like a tackling little course.
Should-
Mate, here at West Tigers, let's actually just do a rule book course. Let's get set, get all them in, and I don't know what the local university is there.
Benji.
Campbelltown University, which would be full of scholars, no doubt, that fucking way town.
See, the problem is a lot of those blokes at the Tigers, I don't think they can read.
No, they can't read.
All right.
Well, they definitely can't read because they keep reading L's.
Congrats to Billy Walters.
Congrats to
Yeah.
Billy, yes, re-signed.
2 years, I think.
Yeah, 27 it might be. Yeah,
three.
more,
Two or
two more,
Or he's
two more
contracted
years.
to the
yeah,
end of
yeah.
this year. So. Or
Congratulations,
year after.
Luke Keary. He's retired.
Yeah.
So that's big. The great Dale Finucane, we couldn't give him a
Also,
shout out.
yeah.
You talk about like a player that you would just love to play with.
Yeah.
Dale Finucane.
I mean, he'd be gone and knocked out within the first 60 minutes, maybe 20.
And
But he'd G up.
I tell you what, if you were looking to find a bloke as close to Kenty as a wanker on the field as a player, Tane Milne.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Tane Milne, you are doing everything possible to be the
to not be liked.
you're not liked.
Yeah.
You are an absolute half-wit, and if you keep that shit up, you'll be fucking knob of the year with Luai Kenty and, I don't know, whoever else from New South Wales wants to throw their hands in the bag. But go and let our boy Munster
Yeah.
cut the shit.
What he did was try to injure him. And it was like at the end of the game was so unnecessary.
The fact he only got 2 weeks is an utter disgrace.
Did he get 2 for that?
2 is a joke. That was
Yeah.
fully intentional.
Yeah,
at the knees.
weird ass too. Like just didn't even dive. He just dove into him. Like
It was
a little,
dumb as dog shit.
Yeah, stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah.
So, like, no.
He that one when he knocked out Spencer Lenu, just stiff armed him like into next week. That was legit. Like should have been 10, 12 weeks.
That
was like from the 1970s.
Exactly right.
It was ridiculous.
It was no.
Yeah. I mean, we don't like Spencer Lenu either, but
No.
the poor bloke was fucking out.
He was, he
Yeah.
was well and truly out. I mean, congratulations to our boy Money Munster. He's playing his 200th, and
He's playing his 200th
yeah,
already.
he's got his 200th, and it'll be interesting to know if there'll be a special politician in the crowd to watch.
Yeah. Who? Oh. That took a while to hit me.
You got there, and if he or she's there, well, you know, money, don't be afraid to ask her to get fucking Stephen Miles out of there so we can get the games back to Albion Park.
Did I see something that she's hired an agent, an acting agent? Did I misread this?
I don't know.
Because they were saying, what's she going to do now in her career? Something like that. She's got an agent
I thought you were going to say she was going to go into the adults.
in film industry, allegedly.
Can you imagine now that you want to talk about off-field drama, and let's just use the word allegedly. Can you imagine if a former premier went into the adult filming industry?
That'd raise all sorts of questions.
Now you talk.
It'd answer a lot of questions too.
You talk about a money. Yeah, that would answer a lot of questions. You want to talk about a quick money grab there?
A Munster grab. Look, we on the OFD podcast, we talk about the Broncos a lot, right? And it's because they're our team.
They're our team.
Like the Olympics, we're the Olympic City. It's Brisbane. If you didn't remember that, so I'd just rather say I'd like to be passionate more than anything about the Broncos and our team. Than I'd rather be a Penrith supporter. So I've got a little test for you, Birdo.
Yeah.
A little bit of a trivia.
And away.
I'm going to fire away something that's going to test your knowledge. And all you listeners and viewers at home, you play along as well, because this is going to be fun. This is going to be very interesting to test your knowledge.
Okay.
So,
is this a geography about Mount Druitt, or has it got anything to do with that great city called Penrith?
It is strictly Broncos related.
Oh,
so
righto. Okay.
what I'm going to do is name off quite a few players,
Righto.
past and present, that did they play for the Broncos or not?
Oh,
So
okay.
Isaac Luke,
Yes.
correct. Clinton Shavosky,
Yes, and fun fact about Clint Shavosky, lived about six houses down from me, and I did kick the footy with him.
fun fact, you're wrong. Didn't play for the Broncos.
No, he played for the Reds.
Well, you said we're not talking about the Reds, Berkey.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So you said he played for the Broncos. So you're 1 from 1 there, champ.
Fuck.
1 from 2.
Sorry, yeah.
Did play for the Reds, you're right.
Yeah, I did
Who else
play.
who actually did he play for in the NRL? Correct. Did he play State of Origin? Just another side one.
He might have played one game.
Correct, he did.
Yeah, there we
Matt
go.
might have played a couple.
Yeah.
Ashley Harrison.
No, he played for the Titans. Did he play for the Broncos in his early career? Yeah, he did.
Correct. Who else did he play for?
Titans.
Roosters and Bunnies.
Yep. Okay. well,
And
if you're not
did he
gonna-
win a-
If you're
did
not going to if you're going to ask the question, let me answer the
sorry,
question.
pal. Did he win a premiership?
Yeah, he won a premiership.
For who?
The Rabbitohs.
And he didn't win with the Rabbitohs.
No, he
no.
must have won it with the Bronx in 06.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
No, year 2000. You are all over the shot, mate. But well done.
You're agreeing with me sometimes when they're wrong.
Danny Levi.
Danny effing Levi. I know he played in the Q Cup. Did he play a game? No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
There you
He
go.
did play for the Broncos.
He did too. Yeah, he played
Currently
for
plays
Wynnum.
for,
Raiders.
yes. Jamie Lyon.
Fuck no.
Correct. Didn't play for the Broncos.
No. I never liked Jamie Lyon either.
Good player, though.
Great player, but never liked him. Just gave me soft cock vibes.
Paul Fatty Wharton.
No.
No, he did not.
I would have loved if the fat man
Would have been
donned
the
a Bronx
greatest. Yeah.
jersey.
Who else did he actually play for other than Manly?
The fat. Now,
This will surprise you,
yeah,
viewers at
no,
home.
it will surprise me. I've got a weird feeling he played for the Mighty Bears.
Played for the Sydney Roosters.
Okay, well, there you
Not
go.
so far
Nice
north.
one, Berkey.
Anthony Chock Mundine.
Yep.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, when?
Before the Dragons.
I think it was after the Dragons.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice one. Ding,
No,
ding, ding.
I think you're right. It was
Oh,
before the
yeah,
Dragons.
thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
He won a premiership in 1997 when it was
The
the Super
Wild
League.
Man.
Played 11 games for the Broncos.
Hey, Latrell, remember that? Chocky Mundine. Respect your elders, G.
Beric Barnes
Oh, for sure.
played for the Broncos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before he went and played for the Reds and the
And then went
Wallabies.
to
And
Japan.
yeah, played for the Wallabies. Jake Turpin.
Oh, 100%. I actually, fun fact with Terps, I went toe for toe with him in the toilets. In the trough, that is.
What do you mean?
Oh,
You told me about this. Yeah, you said g'day to him.
Yeah, we sword fighted at the creek. So Terps, nice little old fella on your Terps. And you can send the love back.
Back to it. Brian Fletcher.
No way.
Didn't play for the
Roosters and Rabbitohs. That is
Wally Lewis.
Yep.
Did he win a premiership with the Broncos?
Yeah.
No, he did not.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Really?
1988 to 1990. He was famously
Just missed one.
92. They won it in. Famously sacked alongside Gene Miles, and they brought in Alf and Kevy into the halves.
Now that is some juicy mail, and I will go to bed loving
Yeah,
that.
apparently Wally stood aside for Kevy to come into the 6 because
Right.
Wally went and played 13 and Kevy played 6 and Kevy was a bit of a
Okay.
talent back then, which is good to hear that Wally did that.
No, that
but
is
yeah,
good.
never won a premiership. A lot of people think he did.
Right.
Luke Prittis.
He did play for the Broncos.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
When?
He played there when Craig Bellamy was assistant coach.
Yeah, year 2000 I think as well.
Yeah.
Then went and won the
Michael
Clive
Ennis
Churchill.
was there, yeah.
Went and he won the Clive Churchill in the year 2003
One of the
for
only...
the Penny Panthers.
Yeah, I was going to say one of the only decent Penrith Panthers players. Maybe one of the... Well, no, they're...
Petro played for him. Another
Yeah,
one.
he went there. I was going to say it's not very often that you see a Bronco go to Penrith.
Yeah, I've got a really good other quiz for this after you that you're going to like, actually.
Keep going.
Do you like this?
You're loving
Yeah.
it. Yeah, and I bet the shareholders at home, whether
Yeah.
you're on the toot, you're on the bus or in the office, I bet you're having a blast.
Greg Inglis.
Oh, he should have.
Should have. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Still
was
kills
this close?
me.
This
Still
close.
kills me that he didn't
Yeah.
because, geez, GI, you would have had it. Not only did he have an illustrious career, but
Yeah. James Seguiaro.
Yeah, Seguiaro did.
Yeah, correct,
he
he did.
Yeah, was at the QA with him one day, me
Yeah.
and Seggy.
Chico. Mitch Barnett.
No.
No, he never has. Correct. Aidan Guerra.
Guerra. No, he didn't. He played for the mighty
Well done.
Chookies.
Well done.
Yeah.
Jaden Sewer.
Nah, he came from Brisbane. He came through our under-20 system. He did play for the Broncos.
He did.
Now that I think about it,
He did. Correct. And played. He has played Origin. I reckon he could be back in the team this year.
He's doing all right,
Yeah.
Sewer.
Jaden Sewer.
Yeah.
Paul Green, rest in peace.
No.
He did.
Yeah,
Played a
okay,
couple
there
games.
You go, Berkey.
Corey Norman.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. Yeah,
Corey.
yeah.
Bo Ryan.
What did Corey Norman do again, which was hilarious? What was he doing?
Oh, mate, he's done all sorts,
yeah,
Corey.
but he did something. The little bubbler, not the bubbler.
No.
He poured the drink.
Oh,
what did he call
The
that?
fanny. Let's not go there. The
We
fanny.
won't go there, but like your work, Normo.
Bo Ryan.
No, couldn't have.
No. Mal Meninga.
No.
No, he did not. Played for the Green Machine. Isaiah Parisi.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Did he?
Played 2 games.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Izzy Parisi played 2 games and then
Then chuffed off to the Tars.
some shit hit the fan for old Izzy. Good
Yeah.
friend of the show,
Yeah,
Izzy.
great friend of the show, is he?
Yeah.
And yeah,
Could get him on. And then he went and played for the Wallabies.
That's
Still is
right.
playing for the Wallabies. Dylan Napper.
nah.
Nah, correct.
No.
Nap, indeed.
No,
Alan,
Napa. See, I've seen him smoke a few cigarettes at the Port Office Hotel, I think it was, the PO, something like that.
Alan Tongue.
He was a good footy player,
He was a hard motherfucker.
wasn't he?
Broke
And
his nose and all.
he was an ugly looking bastard. I'm going to say yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Fuck, Tangy!
Played for the Raiders.
Yeah.
This is a different one. This is a weird one. Motu Tony. 3 games for the Kiwis.
No, I would have no idea.
Or multiple
who
games
he
for the
is.
Kiwis.
No, he couldn't have.
He did.
There you go.
Yeah, 2004.
You
Krishnan Inu. Remember Krishnan?
yeah,
Would
I
smile
made it,
before he
mate.
kicked the conversion.
The Hame played in Kristen Inner. Me and Wonder, if you're listening, we used to model our games off him and Hame playing.
Oh, I don't know about if Hame Plain should get a mention.
No, he shouldn't have, but no,
grub.
he couldn't have.
Yeah. He didn't. No.
No.
Nathan Friend. Do you remember Nathan Friend?
Yeah, he played for the Warriors and the Titans.
Yeah.
He didn't play for the Broncos.
Made his debut. 2002. How wild is that?
How many more of these you got for me?
There's about 5. You falling asleep?
Yeah, well, I'm almost.
Is that not wild?
Yeah, that is
Nathan
wild.
Friend. Do you remember when he flipped backwards and threw that ball through his legs and they scored in the corner?
Yeah, mate.
And you got no idea.
No, it's been a big 4 days.
Tau Moga.
He did, yeah.
He did,
Then
correct.
he went to the Knights.
Martin Kennedy.
Couldn't have.
He did, yeah. He did. Went to the Roosters, played for the Roosters, Broncos, and then back to
Don't know if
Roosters.
I know Martin Kennedy.
Not great.
No.
Matt Singh.
The great Matt Singh. Played some games for Queensland. Scored some memorable tries. But no, he was a Cowboy through and through.
Correct. Jackson Hastings.
Hey, no way.
Nah, never. Brent Tate.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that's all she wrote.
that's a great trivia.
Yeah, good, eh?
That was good. I
Yeah.
mean, be interesting to know when you play it back how many I got right. Probably
Yeah.
70%.
You did pretty well.
Yeah.
I asked someone last night and
how
they
did they
didn't do
go?
well. They did
No.
not do well at all and they thought they did well, but they didn't.
They did it.
Yeah.
Mate, that's good. I can
Yeah.
hit you back with a bit of trivia next
Yeah.
week.
Should I save my next one for next week? I got more.
No,
yeah.
save it for next week.
Yeah.
I want to quickly give a special mention to Timmy Ryan.
Oh, mate, that kid killed it. 3 tries on debut.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the
Now-
junkyard dough.
No, I don't want to say that we had anything to do with it, but I'm going to say that we did. And there's a reason we had something to do with that, because that week leading up to his debut, we had Fraser McWright. Now, Fraser McWright plays for the Reds. Fraser McWright's a brother's boy.
Timmy Ryan.
You don't tell me that here on OFD we had nothing to do with Timmy Ryan scoring a hat-trick, because we gave that juju, which I've been saying and we've been saying for years, shareholders, and it flew through our body, out through our chest out, down to our plums, and landed in Timmy Ryan's chest, and he caught our plums in his chest, and he went the fucking distance and scored a hat-trick.
Some of his tries were fucked.
Outstanding.
Like,
So
all 3 of them were just insane.
Timmy, if you're not following us, start following us, big guy, because you're doing all the right things. And if you're doing the right things, it means we're doing the right things here on OFD.
Does he keep his spot?
Not sure.
Yeah.
Now,
Like,
that there, Saucy, is a great question. Has anyone been
dropped
after scoring a hat-trick?
You'd have to be the unlucky. Like, I mean,
And like that wasn't just a hat trick where you're
Yes,
catching
yeah.
the ball on the end.
He-
Mate, he was doing in and away.
he did that
was-
chip and chase in their 22, pass it to Fluky, like
Mate.
off the bounce. Like, that kid's special.
No, he's
Yeah.
good. I had my question marks about him about size, but I got to say he lived up. And look, talk about an effort against the Auckland Blues, which Franger.
Franger.
He said they're the side to beat them in the
Yeah.
Canes.
Well, they're first. They're coming first.
Yeah,
the Blues.
well, there you go.
The Brumbies beat the Hurricanes.
Yeah, big time. Big
So
time.
we were very unlucky to not go to extra time in that. It looked like it was all set to be. The Reds actually were down at half time and fought back.
Oh, it was a
Then
stellar
the
performance.
Blues, it was the 80th minute, 81st, 82nd minute. The Blues had levelled it up, scored a try under the sticks, and it looked certain to go extra time. And then Reds fumbled the ball, and then Blues just spread it wide. And it was a good try off,
Whoever his name is.
off the back of the Reds' mistake. Shit, it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking.
Jeez, I felt it. I
Yeah.
felt it. But mate, yeah, shout
Yeah.
out to the Reds, and shout out to Franger, because
Yeah.
Franger, remember what we agreed upon.
Oh, he knows it.
We need an
knows
effing
it.
celebration when you
Yeah.
go, and I'm going to be sending him a message straight after this.
OFT.
OFD. I want him to still work out how we can do the O and the F and the D, but
Well, I just think mouth OFD
mouth it because
to the
that-
camera.
We
Like,
need,
run up to the camera.
we need that.
Do we give him a
Saucy.
pen? And he goes like tennis, old school tennis. So they write on the,
Yeah,
you know,
tape your
they
wrists
write
up.
it on the screen of the.
Tape your wrists up. What he
Camera?
had to say, which was an interesting thought, Franger, and I don't know if you want to touch on this, but shareholders, I know there was a few of you that spoke about how we didn't touch on
The Wallabies.
the Wallabies
Yeah.
in the World Cup campaign, and there was certain guidelines that Saucy and I couldn't.
We discussed it with him beforehand, and we didn't think it was necessary. He didn't want to put him in a bad position. We were talking about Eddie Jones and the Wallabies and Not that he had anything bad to say, he just didn't want to touch on it.
Didn't want to
you know?
touch on it. What was interesting, shareholders, that he did have to say was the Australian team in particular was hated, and not because we were shithouse, but due to politics regarding the submarines.
Yeah, with the French.
The French
submarines.
submarines.
Yeah, he said the whole of France were booing him, especially in the Fiji game.
Because we
Of our
cancelled the
policy
deal.
or the not the policy, the agreement that we backed out of with the submarines.
With the submarines.
Yeah, this $2 billion
Whatever
contract
it was,
submarines. Yeah.
Froggies,
Yeah.
get the
Fuck
submarine,
off.
get the submarine out of your ass.
Yeah.
And who gives a shit? If we don't want your effing submarines,
That's fickle.
so be it. But don't boo our fucking Cadbury Wallabies like that.
And you remember that
hard
game.
enough
The
as it is.
referee in that Fijian game deserves to be fucking put down. That was disgraceful. But anyway. He also said, I said to him, was it disappointing? And he said, yeah. And like the way he said it, it was like shit. Like, you know, he wanted it. It was just not. It was a good experience, you know, going over there and doing it. But he said it was just disappointing the way that it all played out.
All played
You
out,
know.
yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what else is disappointing is how no one on that Lakers team supporting fucking LeBron and AD, Saucy.
What's going on?
They're down 3-1 in the series and they've led it every half and then shut the bed. They got the dub. They got the dub yesterday. But shareholders, we need to embrace these moments with LeBron James, a.k.a. the King.
It's the last time we may see him. You never know. Every time he steps on the
Oh, and like...
he could do an ACL.
Mate, he is the GOAT. And if
Nah.
any shareholder, if you want to come at me, you come at me because
MJ's the GOAT.
No.
MJ's the GOAT.
LeBron is the GOAT.
I really like LeBron, but how many finals is MJ?
mate.
How many final series has MJ lost?
No, I don't know. But
0.
Yeah, we'll go.
0.
Yeah. Well, whatever. His team's been better. LeBron's the GOAT.
We can. I'll come at you.
We can go all day.
MJ changed the game.
Respect the King.
MJ changed the game.
Get on your knees and bow down for the King.
It's kind of like you. It's a self-given nickname. Like he calls himself the King, and everyone just got on board of it.
Oh, it's like you call
Don't
yourself.
give me.
You
Don't
call yourself
call
the
me
King of the North.
Yeah. I didn't call myself that at all.
That was a self-proclaimed nickname. I'll tell you what, Minnesota shareholders. Now, you want to talk about who looks like a junior Michael Jordan. Obviously, everyone says Kobe. Mate, Ant, a.k.a. Anthony Edwards, fair dinkum. Kid's the real deal. They swept the Suns. The Suns should be appalled. Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. I tell you what, Devin Booker is going to be going hammer and tongs with Kendall Jenner over the summer. And I mean hammer and tongs. And you talk about one bloke that I'm envious of, Devin Booker. You are doing all the right things off the court, but it's just not translating to on the court.
So who are the Lakers playing?
So they're playing the Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets, right?
And, mate, the Knicks. Shout out to the Knicks. I hope that they win. That'll be massive for New York, the mecca of basketball. Love them to win. Clippers, Dallas, that's going to 7. That's a no-brainer. Pacers. Now, this is the big one. Indiana Pacers to beat Milwaukee. They're up 3-1. I tell you what, that's an upset. And that's an interesting one because Dame Dollar went to Milwaukee to win a championship, and if they get swept, Dame time, baby. I'll tell you what, he's not checking the clock at the moment because the only clock he'll be checking is the time in Cancun. Thunder Pelicans, well, OKC, that's the future of the NBA right there. They're going to sweep them. And the Heat Celtics, that series is not over. It might be 2-1 to Boston, but if you know those Miami Heat from South Beach, they fight and they'll
Jimmy
fight
Butler.
all day. Yeah, big time. So anyway, that's our quick wrap in the NBA. It's been a hell of a thing. Go.
Shall we do the
Legend of the Week?
speak pipe?
Oh, I'll quickly do Legend of the Week because then we'll finish with that. The segment that just keeps on giving shareholders, and obviously we started with Knob of the Week, which is one characteristic, but Legend of the Week this week, it's a group of people. Now, I had the pleasure of being a Grom. That's right. On Saturday, I was a Grom, shareholders. I went down to Snapper Rocks, barefoot, boardies on, fucking zinc on my lips, zinc on my nose. You know how the Groms are. Trying to get a shaka, bruh. And the WSL Challenger Series was on. Now, if you're not familiar, it's where there's all these people that aren't on the tour. They try and make the tour. Now, the organisers decided to do something which was so special, Saucy. And I know a surfer like you, mate, that spends half the time in the green room would appreciate this. The final heat of the day, they called it the championship heat.
Yeah.
And they had 5 world champs. Let me tell you these 5 world champs were.
Speak.
Kelly Slater,
Bang.
a.k.a. the GOAT. Oki,
Go.
banger. Mick Fanning, Fano, the shark man that just can't get bitten. And Parko, my boy Joel Parkinson, and
The Bolter Boys.
the Bolter Boys, and because it's 2024 and we love females, they said, hang on a second.
Not Lane.
No, not Lane Beachley. Let's throw in our girl Stephanie
Oh.
Gilmore.
How did I forget
Whoop,
Steffi
whoop.
Girl?
Mate, Steffi Girl. Now, these 5, it was a 40-minute heat where they had the beach to himself. Snapper was pumping. The crowd was about 20 metres deep in the water.
6 to midnight shit.
There was no point, so it was just do your thing and
just
put on a show.
Fucking let's bark. That gets me going.
I tell you what, Cowabunga, dude, it was heaving and it was awesome.
So Kelly Slater.
Kelly
Ocker.
Slater, Oki, Parko, Fanning, and Stephanie Gilmore.
Yeah.
And here's a trivia for you. Have a guess who was the best surfer out of the lot.
Steffi Girl.
Steffi Girl
Yeah.
was putting on a show. And I'm throwing you some words. She was getting pitted, bruh.
Mate, she's a fucking legend.
Mate,
Yeah. I've heard she's an absolute fucking top person. Like,
Mate,
Yeah.
it was sick. And I've never gone to a WSL event. It was so awesome just to watch these athletes.
yeah, you'd never see that again in your life.
And you know what's cool? Because there was no priority and whatnot, it was kind of like they were just letting them take it in turns. And if someone was like, right, I'm feeling this, I'm going to bomb it.
Yeah.
Mate, it was like, hey, okay,
Yeah, rip in.
I'm not dropping in on you, bro. You fire away.
Yeah.
So, I was a grom. I was shuckering. I was throwing my little,
You'd have been maggot.
oh,
Just
mate.
going,
Yeah. Every wave, it was, yeah, bro, fucking woo.
yeah, thinking
So
they can
anyway,
hear you.
mate, legend of the week, not only to those 5 for putting on a show,
Just
but to
to
the
W yourself.
organisers and shareholders. If you didn't see, I ran into Fanning and, he was funny. He saw me and he said, Berkey, how are you, big horse? I'd love to come on the potty.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
right.
So
The
he's-
Bolter Boys.
Yeah, the Bolter Boys. So that'd be a nice sponsor, actually, to get Bolter.
Bolter.
On board. Actually, no, we can't do that
4X.
because of 4X. So, Bolter, no thank you. But that's my legend of the week.
Yeah, that's good, mate. Tell us about your toenails.
Now,
I've got a photo of this.
shareholders, I might have been a little pissed on Thursday on
Now-
Anzac Day.
This is hilarious,
And,
I think.
And I got the clippers out. And let's just say I cut my toes
Within an inch of their life.
in an inch of their life to a point where all my toes were bleeding because I cut them back that hard. So,
Mate, someone has to hold you accountable.
no,
For this.
and this is coming
'Cause-
from a bloke that has an ingrown from cutting his nails too short.
Mate, the funniest thing is like, did you not learn from the first time you
I
cut?
know.
Like you went 10 and 10. You went 0 and 10.
I went
you
0
made
and
every
10.
one of your toes bleed.
Bleed. And
Why?
I don't know.
Did you see the first one and go, fuck, it's bleeding? Should I maybe just pull up a bit? Should I go the 3 blade, not the fucking 0? Like, I saw the photo and all of your toes just have blood on them.
It was shocking. But shareholders, note to self, don't cut your toenails when you're on one.
You need to get a
because
petty.
I do need to get a petty. And if there's any shareholders out there that have got a discount code for a petty, hit me up.
You'll take a discount code or a coupon for anything, wouldn't you?
Oh, I'm sure I
Yeah.
would. I'll take a discount.
I'll get into the speak pipe, the voice records.
Let's get
Reminder
into it.
shareholders to reach out. This is something I had in mind a while ago. It got brought up just quickly. You heard it here first. I reckon Jerome Hughes will sign with the Gold Coast Titans.
Yeah, good shout. Like it a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Also, geez, that Live Golf looks like an event at Adelaide. I wouldn't mind if we got over there, Saucy.
Yeah.
It looks like a fucking good time.
Cam Smith was in the venue. I don't know if we touched on that.
Yeah, we saw
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
geez,
yeah.
he was good.
Oh,
he was
gee,
good
yeah,
fucking value. That
he's
bloke.
up there for Legend of the Year. That bloke.
So we've got this one from Anonymous. This is a week ago, actually,
Okay.
shareholders, because we couldn't touch on it when Fraser was on. We didn't want to disrespect him with.
Can we get something fucking right here? Yous all talk about blinkers on first time, rah da rah da rah. But yous are all forgetting. You've got to look at the jockeys, and if they've got one ride for the weekend, one ride on the day, back it. It's better than blinkers on first time. It's the best form of the day. For example, Pride of Jenny, Declan Bates.
Yeah, I mean, righto, in hindsight, well done. Good pickup.
I know where he is with that chat, and that is always a key lead. There is also, which the big fella might be aware of, which they also think's a great form reference, shareholders, if you're listening, which is the ultimate gear change. Now, if you don't know what the ultimate gear change, it's getting gelded. It's getting your nuts chopped off. Now, there's a few shareholders that should get the ultimate gear change because I tell you what, they are way too horned up for their own good. But I get what he's saying. It's always a book when you see a jockey travel out for one ride, especially, and I don't know who Anonymous is, especially if it's a well-renowned jockey, okay?
Yeah.
Like if it's some apprentice that you see he's got one ride, well, it's probably because she's only got one ride.
Yeah.
But if you've got J-Mac or someone heading out to Hawkesbury on a Wednesday, well,
Yeah.
J-Mac doesn't just head out to Hawkesbury on a Wednesday
Just
for no
for a
reason.
picnic. No, he goes to win.
But I like where the big fella's at. He knows
Yeah.
his horses. And look, why doesn't Mr. Anonymous throw us a 3-legger this Saturday, and then
Yeah.
we can see how his form guide goes.
I'll give you a 1-legger from a 4-legger. Black Abbott, Albion Park, Thursday. Got it from one of the shareholders. He came into the pub and sent me the message, and just before I forget, Harrison Gilly.
Oh, Gilly.
It's a greyhound. Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, I tell you what, I'm glad I didn't tip the shareholders, revived, which is the shareholders' dog.
Yeah.
It went off at $1.20 on Friday and came second last.
Well, you didn't tip it the first time when it won, did you?
No, but I'm glad, now that it's on a hot streak, that I didn't give you that. So
Yeah.
there you go.
At
Nice.
$1.20.
At $1.20.
That's disgusting.
Second last. So
You wouldn't tip it.
No, you
tip
couldn't.
it.
No, you couldn't.
But yeah, Black Abbott, Albion Park on a Thursday, dog.
Gilly.
It's a greyhound, Gilly.
Yep, love your work,
Yeah.
big fella. Wouldn't mind if it gets up.
All right, the Chook Choker.
There's not the Chook Choker's
The
not
Chook
back
Choker.
again.
The Chook Choker's back.
He's turning into tell you what, he's turning into a fan favourite. I got some mail from the Chook Choker and they loved it.
Do we play?
Not that one.
Okay.
Play the Chook Choker.
But not that one.
I don't think we can play that one.
All right. We love Chook Choker. We love ya.
Chook Choker,
But-
we love you. And actually, this is what I'll do for the Chook Choker. You can take, depending on how you're travelling, I think any time's appropriate. It just depends when you start.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
Chook Choker. So that answers your question. If you're on the gas from midday, well, then it's fine to bring them back at 7 o'clock at night. But if you're starting at 7 o'clock at night, you shouldn't be bringing them back at 8.
Yeah, correct. Chook Choker,
you
don't stop
go.
sending in your love.
Yeah, keep
we love
going.
it.
Now play-
But we couldn't play that.
Play the Chook Choker.
Oh, this is Chook Choker again.
Gentlemen, Chook Choker here again. I hate to double up twice in a night, but you know the hippo, how it's called hippopotamus. Do you reckon when it's just a small, tiny little baby, it's just called a potamus? And then once it gets older, it gets the hippo in front. So it's called a hippopotamus. Just a little baby potamus, and now it's a hippopotamus. Let
Is
us
he
know
the
your
full
thoughts.
quid?
Cheers.
What says the Chook Choker? I think the Chook Chokers must be on the gasoline or
Oh my
something.
god, he's on the tubes, all right. Jesus, he's 10 deep.
Jeez, the Chook Choker. I tell you what, the Chook Choker sounds like he needs to be with James O'Connor and go through some. I wonder if the Chook Choker and Jock would be good, because I bet you they'd have a few mystical theories. But that's an interesting one. So, Hippopotamus says it's a baby, and
Hippopotamus is the.
yeah, but I don't get it. But
What do you mean? What's to get?
Well, you know, what's the hip?
I don't know either.
Yeah. Hey,
That's for Chook Choker to find out.
I'd love the Chook Choker to tell us how many tubes he had when he
Yeah.
sent that. But I think we need the Chook Choker to regularly call
Yeah,
in.
I hate that we can't play that first one. It was a bit out there.
It
was
bit-
funny, but
Shareholders, what the Chook Choker said
we
is-
got standards here.
what the Chook Choker wanted to know was when it
Oh.
was appropriate. I'll say it in coded word. When it's appropriate to bring back someone that you wouldn't normally bring back. And we don't have an answer for the Chook Choker. And the Chook Choker, it sounds like the Chook Choker's after a bit of love.
Yeah.
So if there's any females out there that could give the Chook Choker a bit of loving, we don't know what he looks like.
Phone in.
Phone in, and actually, this is fantastic. I would love if for the first time ever on OFD, we could match a shareholder with a female shareholder.
I could listen to Chook Choker say hippopotamus like all day.
Chook Choker, look, the Chook Choker might be married.
He could be married. Yeah, he could have a misser. We don't know.
And I'd love to hear
Could be acting up.
I'd love to hear what Mrs. Chook Choker sounds like.
Yeah, Ms. Choker.
Oh no, that's a wrap.
All right.
That's it.
I don't say it.
Righto,
Yeah.
righto. Ring a ding ding, Pumpers the king. That's all she wrote, shareholders. Have an effing good week.
Where's the Queensland Spirit?
Who the Broncos got this week?
Broncos have got the Roosters.
Oh, mate.
Friday night
Sell
at
out.
the Cauldron.
Sell out.
Shareholders show up.
It'll be huge.
It's like a mini origin. Fuck 'em from Bondi.
Remember last time we played him in Vegas? Talking shit about our boy Ezra.
That's right. This is Ezra time, baby.